Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Style and Vibes podcast with yours truly, Michaela. If you are new here, welcome to the family. If you are returning, welcome back, family. I have some family joining me. We have Chris and Kerry coming up off the hot episode we just recorded and had released, talking about 50 years in hip hop and the impact that Jamaican dancehall and reggae has had on the industry. We thought we would take it up a notch today and talk about our favorite collaborations between the reggae, dancehall, and hip hop genres. So we got into it a little bit with the artists, but I figured we would have some fun just talking about some of our favorites. So before we get into that, we have to talk about the criteria. Yes, Carrie. Yes, Karen. Karen, ready for war, you know.
Listen. I'm glad you said that because I want to know what is the criteria. First of all, so run it.
So no, I'm here to collaboratively talk about the criteria because and Chris, you gotta be the tiebreaker. I feel like we can include songs that have singing on them. For example, Alicia Keys and Baby Sham, or Sean Paul and Beyonce, just because they were so impactful. They're hip hop adjacent, but Carrie is from the school, Minas Howell. She of the school where we said no rap hip hop and that's it, and we have to keep it same. So Chris, you're gonna be what you think?
What do I think? What do I think? So I feel like hip hop is hip hop. So I am going to, while I love the some of the R&B dancehall collabos, I really, the hip hop to me is what I would want to concentrate on. And hip hop collabos, them they just took it to another level.
Okay.
So I
All right.
think
So
I'm on
we'll,
Kerry's
we'll,
side with
we'll
this one.
keep it that so, but we did prepare the list. And we have a
Mm.
nice list. And what we're gonna do with this a list of songs that we do have, we're gonna put it on a playlist so you guys can listen. So make sure you guys check out the show notes so you can listen in whatever playlist place you listen to your things. And we'll compile all of our favorites, but we can't talk about all of them because there were so many. So me have to kick it off with Carrie. Okay, so no R&B, just hip hop, rap, and reggae dancehall. So what is your first one where you want to talk about, Carrie?
All right. This is a tough one, but the jam, Shabaranks and KRS1 in the house. From the man dem a see woman fabulous. Let me tell you, that song, how I love it is one, the video was crazy. It started a trend of how dancehall and hip hop videos were done, like the video treatment, right? Two, it was just the perfect epitome of dancehall in the Shabba ranking himself and KRS1 Boogie Down Productions, straight out of Bronx. And you know, true to form, KRS ranks one say, listen, me a chat reggae from back in the 86. Everybody just a run come on the dancehall band. Me the about here from long time. And it's just like like the whole vibe of that song. I could jam to that song all day, every day, because that song was just so hype. And I think that is a classic dancehall hip hop collaboration. So yeah.
I had to go back and find that song. When I heard it, I was just like, "Oh yes, okay." And it's very indicative of that '90s sound of hip hop and like that era of what you are hearing coming out of Jamaica as well. All right, Chris. Chris, we're gonna take it to Chris. We are gonna take it to Chris.
So
Take
my tune was Gun Session, which as I understand, a couple others love that song as well. But Vibes Cartel, Akon, Shaba, SZA, I mean that tune was just like you just can't. That's the tune. That's the tune. You know.
that was a big. well, first of all, it was Jeezy and Akon song, and that was such a huge record. And that remix rang off crazy. I remember I was working at my college radio station at the time, and everybody loved that remix in particular. You could see everyone just getting hype. You play that in a party, and the way that even when it came into the beginning of the song with Akon and Young Jeezy, and that
And then vibes
beginning
go.
got people excited, and then you just switch it to booty bye booty bye booty bye booty bye booty bye like everybody just went. And because that was also reminiscent, so Vibes Cartel had the opening verse, and it was very reminiscent of that 90s sound. And I feel like each artist were so individually unique, but it packaged it so well. And to have Sizzler singing at the end, it's just like everybody wanted, like, you could not cut that song.
You didn't want
So
that song to finish. Like you could literally listen to that song for like a good 7, 8 minutes. It could have just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that song
that's
was
on
that
my
song was
Mickey
tight.
Hype
Yeah man. Yeah man.
playlist.
Yeah
Carry
man.
of
Yeah
our
man.
playlist. I'm gonna have more on a playlist. That dep on it.
Yes, I have the Carrie hype. She have the Mickey hype.
um so keeping in that vein, so I'll share one of mine. And I think Barrington Levy just has such a distinct voice, and his shuli wali wili 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 like his scat is just so well renowned that you hear it and you are automatically drawn to it. So I think, oh, they switch up. Me like it though. Um, I was automatically drawn to the connection between him and Shine. So they had two songs. They had Bad Boys, which is the one that I'm talking about. Um but they also had Bonnie and Clyde. So they did two songs back to back. So Shine is now in government and politics in Belize. But at the time he was signed to Bad Boy, and he had those two collaborations as his first singles on the label. So Bad Boys was just a great record. It was like a song that you would hear like driving, or you getting ready to go out and you kind of want to get hype and excited. Remember when you me not play a song for go out, I wrote again. But when me did play a song before me go out a road, them tune them would I play. So I like that collaboration.
Gave you that extra hype.
Mhm. 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 All right, Carrie, back to you. Back to you.
Well, since we're keeping it back, like in the new age, first of all, I'm okay with being considered old and being old because there's value. Old is wisdom. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, we're not that old. In this next selection, the song that I feel is a classic, meaning that it's a remix, and a remix dep on a list here. If you can't even remember the original, you just play the remix, right? And in this instance, the Make It Clap remix with Busta, Shonda Paul, and Spliff Star. Yeah, that's the
We make
song.
it
This
clap.
pop, all of the man them in the marina, everything. That video was just hype. I also think Buster himself, having that Caribbean heritage, has this flair already that when he's on a remix and it's a really or a song that's really good, then it just top off because I have him on two other songs. Um, One may be a deep cut according to Michaela because she didn't think it was popular, but I feel like him good. But then again, if Michaela then put a song where collectively people said that the song that him do never good, so I'm gonna know why they're on the list. But I digress. Make It Clap, Vibes Cartel,
What
but
song was that?
the one with the Vibes Cartel, Busta Rhymes. A lot of people didn't
Oh,
like that
okay.
song, but you added to
The
the
new
list. But
one. Yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
but my number two song for this hip hop reggae dancehall collab is Make It Clap, Busta Rhymes, Shonda Paul, and Spliff Star. That's it.
Me like how you say Shonda Paul.
Because when say Shanda Paul, Shanda Paul, yo, that they just write that whole rhythm, that whole song. It's a vibe. You play it now, it's a vibe. Me like how with the experiment to the video.
I got to now that you did it. I gotta experiment with it. I like it a lot.
Okay.
Um,
I yeah.
Chris is like totally distracted, but I was cutting back to you, Chris. Anyway,
No, no. I was trying to pull up while Kerry was talking, I was like, I was trying to pull something up so I see the lyrics. And this is why I'm hot is my number two, but it could have easily been my number one. Because when you have Junior One Blood read, twang,
Twang steady.
stand out, stand
Stand stand
out.
up.
Yo,
another
I
distinct
mean,
voice.
yeah, distinct voice. When you hear him, and this is why I'm hot. This is what that track. First of all, Mims when Mims did that track, it was hot, and then you added that the remix with Junior Reed on it, and it was just like it just took it to another level. So it's like the girls them love we, so we know, so we hot in the chat. Yo, I mean, from you hear the music, the lyrics, man, you like what? I mean, talk about a summer banger, a year-round banger. But summertime, when you hear that in the street and the man them a blast it from the car radio or a DJ out in the street at a black party or whatever, if you don't move to that, something wrong with you. So yeah, that right there, Mr. Junior One Blood Reed. That and yeah, official, official. And I dare anybody to challenge me. I dare you.
No, again, he has one of those really distinct voices that are easily recognizable by both genre lovers across the board. So I think that is a very good pick. I got to take it to my home area of Mount Vernon, New Rochelle, Connecticut area and bring it to Heavy D and Super Cat. Them no I think I've always been a Super Cat fan and a Heavy D fan. Um I just love the song. It feels good. They interchange so well, and I think it was one of the first times you hear Heavy D really talking, chatting and DJing in his accent that I had heard of. So Carrie, I shake our head. So you have a different musical reference, so you can point that out and let me know. But I really do like that song. I think it's just a feel good record again, and Super Cat is one of my faves in history. So I had to go there because Karen like the other song with Super Cat. All right, great, Carrie.
I don't like. I mean, I don't think it's one of the best collabs with Supercat Dolly Baby. I don't like. I'm not a fan of it. I don't. I don't. But number three on my list.
I
When
feel
it
like because I feel like
it
Diddy was annoying on that song. He was trying too hard. Um, maybe that's the only reason I don't like that song. But
well, go ahead, Kerry, because I got to come in after you. Go ahead. Sorry.
so the number first of all, I just want to make it clear that my very strict list have 19 songs, and Michaela forced me to pick three of the 19. All right, but that's why I make it be
don't
clear.
worry, the people never gonna get the full list on the playlist, no, man.
But that's
My fi mark it and said this them ya a Kerry song.
yes, but
All right.
all right. But why would the pan Super Cat every day? Me just want big up every day and the Bojo Bantan sing. Atness. Atness are the girls that matter. Anyway, number three upon my list is the still artist hip hop dancehall collaboration top shutter straight out of the movie Belly. Here comes the boom. Here
Here
comes the
comes the
boom.
boom. Here
Let me
comes the
tell you,
boom.
they don't know what else is going on. DMX, Daidu, and Shanda Paul. Daidu, aka Mr. Vegas.
Daddy do.
But this is what Sean Paul said. Me and DMX and I do. Him not even say Vegas. He call out Vegas and said I do. But that was such a good song. It was such a good song.
I was kind of upset that they didn't do a record for that, like a video
A
for that.
video for it.
But the movie
The
Belly,
movie itself was the essence of that
yeah,
song anyway. So yeah.
I had no idea. So the girl Chiquita in that movie, right?
Isn't she
She
from Ouch Crew?
Ouch Crew,
You didn't know
yes,
that?
yes. I had no idea. I had no idea. She shared it on her Instagram, and I was just like, no wonder she jumped from Yasso to this so with no problem and just land on she feet. So
As a matter of fact, I thought the other girls from Ouch Crew were
they're probably
in
in
the
there.
video. They're in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, they're sprinkled in the movie, but
No,
is
no,
it
with a
Paula?
date with
Paula
self.
Ouch, big up Ouch Crew.
No, with a date with self because you know,
Ouch, ouch.
ouch crew and when them have them bus ride video.
I
Yeah.
wasn't partying then. I was just, and I was just admiring from far the people them.
I
May I
was
watch the people
definitely
them video,
partying.
the video lights.
Yes, and you have to know for the ouch dance and all these things. You have the British crew ouch. Listen, those bus rides, let me tell you, there were levels to that bus ride. And then when Bogle come out and start dancing, everybody circle Bogle. All of the bus rides went to Ochi. But let me tell you, they dressed like cut puss down to the nines. It was a thing. It was a thing. We laugh at. Have granny sayings. I embrace them, you know?
Me love them still.
You said I'm dressed like cut puss. Okay. Me here dressed like push back foot, but you said cut puss. All right. I love that one there.
Me love all of
People
that.
here, oh, they might deal with me. All right, cool.
All right, Chris, circle
Well,
that, circle back.
so it sounded like y'all were throwing shade on the song. I chose because I said Super Cat, Dolly My Baby, right? Remix with
Yeah,
Notorious B.I.G. and
yes.
I mean that tune to me, where I shake head carry. That tune to me with Third Eye, Biggie. I mean, yo, that tune did it tough. I mean,
I think
I
it was a
enjoyed.
good tune, and I thought it was
Mhm.
tough too. I carry not like it.
He carries look. I mean, what? Talk to me. Why you beefing with that song? I want to know.
Here's the thing. I think people hyped it, and so when I listened to it, I was just like, it's an okay song. It's not like, I just it's
The
not that, and
lyrically, you're not feeling the lyrics. You're not feeling
I just
the
don't.
track, the beat. What is it about the song you don't
I
like?
don't know. I think, and I know it's not. I can't articulate it properly,
Right,
but I
right, right.
just feel like it's overhyped. It's an
Okay,
overhyped song, and I really
okay.
don't get why this song is like, yo, at the baddest. Is it because Diddy sorry, Biggie Dep on it, and it's the one opportunity we got Biggie to do something in a Jamaican, which we know he loved. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. So
I hear you. I hear you. All right, that's my number three. I have more if you want, but I'll leave it at that.
No, we got some honorable mentions, and I'm really trying to
pick your number
decide.
three, and then we go to the honorable mention because
Yeah,
there's some other. May have some honorable mention too.
yeah. I feel like I'm gonna pick this one because it's a bigger tune. I think. Freaks, Liquor Vicious, and Dougie Fresh. Like that tune just is everlasting. You can play that. It's been sampled multiple times. And how they came together to do this. I mean, Little Vicious was so young at the time. I can't even believe he was saying what he was saying in that song.
Chris and I can believe it because we come
I
from an
mean,
era
I
where
mean,
God
the
in a
the the,
Maggie,
the boy
when he was
I
still
talk
in
about
high school.
cantankerous.
No, 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 Michaela, you have to understand. We come from a generation where Little Lenny and all of those dancehall
Yes,
artists that were singing
yes,
slack songs, they
yes,
Yep,
were kids.
yes.
So
teenagers.
so Little
That
Vicious was
song
just
that
like,
it's slack and made it young, and the song just wicked still, and everybody loved it. Um, like I feel like they performed that at the Apollo, and I saw the performance on TV, of course. Um, and I think it just that track just has such good energy. It has the story, and then it blends the. It's one of the few times we hear beatboxing in the entire history of memorable music. So I'm gonna go with that one. Freaks, Little Vicious, and Dougie Fresh.
But also, I think what made that song and maybe the jam, but that one particularly, they recorded that on the main thoroughfare back in Brooklyn. You have to record a video on Church Avenue, you know. Yeah,
Yes.
I record it in our Brooklyn. It was a given, when you think of how to record a reggae dancehall video is go to New York, record it on Linden, or Church Avenue, or off of Utica Avenue.
Utica, Utica.
Yes. So that I think that made it big. But
All right. So
my
we've camped
honorable
out our
mention,
favorites. However, there are some honorable mentions. So mention the ones where you no one mention. Kerry, you first.
we got to do it because it's the only, it's still the best with a West Coast collab. Is Patra and Yo Yo. I'm on a romantic call. I'm
I'm
talking to
talking to
my
my
baby
baby
down
down at
at
my
my
yard.
yard. And why I love that song is that I just came up from Jamaica like within a year or two. And back then you really, if you want to call somebody at Jamaica, you have to call and you say, hello, mommy, let me talk to, you know.
Hello, mommy. Can I speak to mommy?
It was really visualizing, or we had to reach with people's backyard. So she's like,
Mm-hmm.
and then when she go in a lane and I go check Bobby, you know, that whole vibe. And then Yo Yo, Tupac in the video.
And she did
So
two videos for that. So she did one for the original, and then she did the remix video with Yo Yo. So I think, I mean, that also alludes to the budgets of like to have two videos for one single, the original and the remix. I think that also is um I also note that as, significant as well. All right. Karen, you know you have more than that, man.
well, I mean, some of the songs I'm like, you never like it, but me just look it up and it was in the top 20. It was my favorite, Forbidden Love with Third World and Daddy O from Stetsasonics. That's my jam from back in Jamaica. If it's love, girl, how could it be forbidden? The way I feel just can't remain hid. Like, I love that song. Third World, how could it be forbidden if
If
it's
it's
love?
love.
Real love. I love that song. So,
But then, Kerry, that's singing
that's
and rap.
reggae. Reggae. It's reggae.
Okay,
Reggae.
but it's still singing though.
Nope, it's reggae. Remember, it's
But
reggae
but
Thank
but
you
dancehall
very
hip
much,
hop
Chris.
collaboration.
but
Nope.
I'm just saying. I'm saying. So somebody's if somebody's singing reggae or somebody's singing R&B, them still a sing. So we can include the R&B one them and the
No,
dancehall.
is mostly so. If so, let's clarify. If every singing R&B, I think Michaela need to mute herself.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't meet myself.
Hello, see it gone. Michaela. No,
Oh,
because
what am I doing?
I don't know. Because only when you're unmuted, I'm hearing the echo.
Oh, okay. All right.
Reggae is mostly a singing element of it versus dancehall where it's actual DJ. So the list is hip hop reggae collaborations. So if you don't want reggae, if you don't want, if you only want the rapping and toasting, then we should have take the reggae out because reggae is mostly a singing thing. A sing J versus R&B is R&B.
I got you. I got you. Makes sense. Makes sense. All right.
Run your honorable mentions.
You said run my honorable mention. Rukumba in my spine. Let me see. My honorable mention them now. Me never make an honorable mention, listener. I started at three, so you catch me off guard with that one there. Let's see, let's see. Uh,
Let me
my,
prompt you.
yeah, good, good.
I mean,
I would say I definitely did like the Bounty Mob Deep collab with Deadly
the
Zone.
zone.
Huh?
Yeah, man, that one them may go prompt your panty.
Yeah, yeah, definitely like that one there. No, so the thing is, I was the Nicki Minaj, the Egyptian Nicki Minaj, hold me, hold your remix. I was concerned about that one because of the singing, but now with your point, I get it. It's reggae and hip hop, so yes, that one is also on my list. That also is an honorable mention. You know, and yeah, go ahead. You
Next
next,
time,
Michaela. I mean,
Michaela need to be specific. Hip hop, reggae, R&B collabs. then, then he would have get on the list.
as she rolls her
Uh,
eyes.
all right, all right. Yes, yes. So honorable mentions. I think if we talk about Nicki Minaj, we have to go back to Inga, Foxy Brown, and Baby Sham. Tables will turn. That's definitely that was my. I like Tables will turn better, but I think Freaks is a bigger song, so that's why I had that shift. Nicki Minaj and Movado. If you bring it up to current, I like Shensia and Tyga's Bless. I don't think his verse was super strong. But I also like the collab that Nicki did with all the women in soca and dancehall in the region, and as well as she had some UK artists on there as well. The Skang remix, I can't remember the name of the song. Um, but those are like some newer ones. Um, and then the two. I think we didn't talk about like Damian Marley and Nas's entire
I
album.
was about to say we missed out a whole album of
Yeah,
Nas
we
and
missed
Damian
out.
Marley.
We missed out the whole Def Jamaica album because
Yeah, yeah.
it was nothing but hip hop color. So I think CNN and Wayne Wonders, Anything Goes, that whole out those two albums, I think we kind of
We
didn't
also
capture.
we also missed Michael Jackson brought you Thriller, making a refugees.
Refugees and Bounty Killer, Bounty. Yeah, but Bounty has a lot of hip hop collabs. They didn't like go like super. I think they were like all underground hits. I think that's probably why. Um, yeah. I think that's probably why, but I think I think of all the artists, I think Busta Rhymes and Bounty probably have the most collabs with cross genre. Is that even a
Yes,
generally like
yes.
across the two genres? I think they both have the most. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Gary.
and we have to mention Busta's other collaborations. So we change just like the weather. Tell our punk so let it be. So he did that and the whole video with Bounty. So Bounty and Busta.
Hmm.
Busta clocked in also with Buju on his Voice of Jamaica album. What a wiki duck. So white a kill, white and black a kill. Like so that was Busta. Busta.
Carrie's like a walking dictionary of music and lyrics, and an old lady Jamaican sayings.
I just want to record Carrie. I want to put her in a studio and record because she, your memory when you remember lyrics and how you, I'm like, yo, how you store all of that in your head? That mean more, me that like for study your brain. That's how me want to know. So I can get some of the memories.
It was just that Voice of Jamaica was just such an impactful album,
Yeah.
and it also has like very personal connections because it was the album that Budget released right before I moved here from Jamaica. And then Chris, you know this. So when you just come a foreign from the Jamaica, you live in Brooklyn, you did have to go up on Flatbush to the Department of Health to get your vaccine them. And then there was a McDonald's on Flatbush, the Flatbush extension, and all of the people them used to sell bootleg cassette. So me did excited when they sell cassette for $5. Me I said, Mommy, me can get cassette for $5. Not knowing it was bootleg, right? So it was just I was able to consume music in a way that wasn't as accessible for me when I was in Jamaica because it was so expensive to buy cassettes, you know. And so I was able to have a whole bunch of cassette. I have $20 you get 4 cassette and you just I go crazy. So but and just listening to it back to back. So that entire album I know it from front to back, back to front. So yeah. That was a really good album. But Busta, I feel like you said, Busta had the most collabs and Bounty had the most collabs as well.
Well, we didn't get to everything, but we did get through a lot. So thank you guys so much. This was fun as always. Make sure you guys check out the full playlist and let us know what you think. But thank you, Chris. Thank you, Carrie. And until next time, Leah Tummy Peeps.